You send Mr. N. Goodman to drop bombs on Syria, and your CIA. Controversy, the path of many men. X to begin the level of introduction. Come alive and direct from Asiatic descent. Now it's time to feel the wrath of my knowledge. We feel and understand I have an education. I'm ambitious, ready anytime to teach a nation. Mackcity.
Check 1, 2, Fat Mac, Almighty Triple XL, coming at you live and direct from Mackcity.com. Today was very interesting. We're going to be, once again, talking about the Zaza Ali Professor Griff shit, man. And, man, imagine my surprise when I check my notifications, man, on the Zaza Ali Griff post. And who hits me up? It would be the Honorable Professor Griff. He basically said he wanted to go ahead and holler at me about some things. And he left me his number. And he said, if you really want to know the truth, shit, hit me up. So I hit him up. And without giving any details, without getting into specifics, we're going to basically kind of like reiterate some of the things that we said on the prior podcast, right? But basically, I'm just going to thumb my nose up at you niggas, right? You sensitive ass niggas, man, and confirm, yes, we were right. We were motherfucking right, man. So, Tony, man, I like to say, man, your expert analysis on the situation was indeed correct, and so was mine. And I'd like to give shout-outs to Professor Griff for keeping it 100 with me, talking to me about the situation. And so tell me, man, are you falling back on our assessment, or has this basically just confirmed what we was talking about?
Falling back. Falling back.
Well, you know, these
falling
niggas.
Back from what?
Hey, these niggas out here, they super sensitive, man. Yo, why she got to be a bitch? Why she got to be a bitch? Well, you know, like, man, only true OGs, man, only real players in the game, man, can basically see through this chick. You know what I'm saying? Fuck. And Griff gave me an earful, son. I couldn't believe the shit this nigga was telling me. But, you know, since it was man on man, and I basically gave my word that I wouldn't, you know, reveal any specifics. But god damn, man. She did some foul shit, nigga. Ooh. Can't really get into it, though. But yeah, man. I mean, so you not falling back, man? You don't feel any remorse for coming at her so hard, cuz?
Full speed ahead.
Full speed ahead, man.
What did your boy used to say? Straight ahead. What did Payroll used to say? Straight ahead.
Straight ahead, man. So yeah, I'm basically, you know, firing this joint up, man, just to tell everybody that yes, our analysis was correct. You know what I mean? Our lifestyle, man, and our experiences have enabled us, has given us superpowers to see through the fuckery, man, of a lot of these females and shit, man. So what's the main thing? Because you seen her interview, right? And, you know, this is kind of like an interesting situation because, you know, we ain't really on this he say, she say, gossipy ass shit, man. But this is really kind of fascinating, man, because once again, this goes into our critical analysis of how, you know, it goes into critical analysis of game and black women. So when you seen her interview, what things tipped you off that she was being deceptive? You know, certain things that she said, didn't say. I don't know. I mean, what's your opinion of what she said?
First of all, which interview? Which interview you?
Her 90-minute one.
Oh, well, I mean, that was clear because she was avoiding the question about the money.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
When the question came around about, okay, this money and, you know, what did you do with it? She started talking about, she instantly switched the issue over to her circumstance.
Right.
The issue wasn't about your circumstance. The issue was about your character.
Exactly.
And she would shrewdly always twist the conversation over. And then another thing that really got aggravating, she would say, well, I'm not trying to name drop.
Right.
And then she would turn around and name drop.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
This type of instantly trying to get credibility through other people.
Right.
You know, so clearly I recognize that as disingenuous. disingenuous and fraudulent.
Right.
And then when they came to the question, she said, the issue of, did I use Griff? She was like, yeah, but he used me too. We used each other. I'm like, okay, that ain't, that sounded kind of greasy to me.
Exactly.
That sounded really, really suspect when she was saying that. And then she kept saying, well, I didn't, when they asked her with respect to the criminal trial, she was like, I went to trial, as though you can't cop a plea when you're at trial, because I know the legal process. I know you can cop a plea on the day of trial.
Exactly.
So I knew that was bullshit.
Okay.
I mean, it was just minor little details that she was talking about, and then she kept trying to put herself in the vein of, people like Malcolm X went to jail. No, but Malcolm X wasn't hustling black people.
Right.
Malcolm X was authentic in his conviction.
Okay.
Malcolm X was authentic in his conviction, and there's not one person saying that Malcolm stole money from them. So that was what really, really set me off when she started trying to compare herself or compare her situation to Malcolm X. Now she'll say, well, I did because just like he had a criminal record, I had one, so that shouldn't disqualify me. No, but there's a pattern of conduct. And that's what we're talking about here. There's a pattern of conduct with chicks like this.
Right.
Her background screams scandalous.
Right.
You see what I mean? They say, well, who are you to judge? Look, get out of here with that. Who are you to judge? Get out of here with that.
Right.
I don't want to hear that. Who are you to look? From my experience, women that come from that background, once they're bitten, they do not change short of divine intervention.
Okay.
And I could look at this girl is a sociopath. I was looking at the way she was answering those questions. This broad is a sociopath, and she is dangerous. I looked her avoidance of the question, her constantly trying to throw her lot in with people whose credibility is beyond question. See, because if you're a credible person, you don't need to hit your star onto the next person's platform.
Exactly.
You don't.
Right.
You don't. You don't need to hit your star. If you have a form of credibility or integrity, you don't need to mention Sister Soldier.
Right.
You don't need to mention Malcolm X.
Okay.
You don't need to throw out, all of those people in order to put yourself in a similar light. Your works will show for you. And again, to me, I'm not familiar with anything that Zaza Ali has done outside of speaking.
Okay.
To me, she's the female version of Polite and the rest of them.
Okay.
So there's nothing. The only thing legitimate was the interview with Boyce Watkins. That to me legitimized her.
Okay.
Because outside of Griff, I didn't know her, and that's another thing she was saying. We used each other. I'm like, what would you have to contribute to Professor Griff?
Right.
What did you bring to the table? He had a name. He had a reputation. He had influence. He had stroke. What did you bring to enhance that platform? And I didn't see anything she brought other than the fact that she was attractive.
Right.
Other than the fact you was a pretty face, you a pretty light-skinned red broad, you didn't bring nothing. You didn't bring nothing to the table to influence that man's platform. That man's platform was already made before you showed up.
Right.
He already had a sense of credibility before you showed up on the scene. So then the question becomes, what did you add? And I have yet to get an answer to that question. What did this woman add to that platform? She didn't add anything to that platform.
Okay.
She didn't add anything. She admitted that he showed her how to do lectures. She admitted that he showed her how the business aspect. This is what she said in her video. She admitted that he showed her how to do lectures, how the business of lectures was supposed to be executed and done. She admitted that.
Right.
So this man basically told you how to make money, and he has the networks for you to do so. How did you help him? How can you give him? Here's a man that's a member of a group that's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. What the fuck could you possibly have given him?
Yeah, how did he use you? Shit, yeah, we used each other. How did you? Yeah. Shit. How did?
What credibility could you possibly have bought that would have enriched this man? Because Professor Griff goes back to 86, 87, 88. Yo, bum rushed the show.
Right.
We had never heard of you in 86. If there's anybody that had a solid reputation, it's him. You are a Jamie or a Janie come lately. Right. You didn't add nothing to this man's platform. So that was a clear lie.
Wow.
You know?
Okay.
But most niggas, again, they won't admit it. They taken with the woman's looks. I understand, niggas. Y'all were taken with the woman's looks. And you're taken because she's attractive.
You ain't got to call her a bitch.
Whatever. Another thing that really pissed me off.
Right.
Another thing that really pissed me off.
What's up?
Is when I see black women making little maneuvers to manipulating black men in the conflict.
Exactly.
That was another thing that showed me how disingenuous she was.
Okay.
Based on her interviews. I don't know her personally. This is just what I'm picking up from the two interviews.
Okay.
And you can read me that shit about her prior history. And then she's going to say, well, I was volunteering for brothers and sisters when I had a case. Bitch, that's community service you doing. You trying to pass off community service. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
As though it was some charitable intention. I deal with women that do that shit all the time. I mean in a professional capacity.
Exactly.
When they get criminal cases, what's the first thing they do? They go enroll in school. What's the second thing they do? They go somewhere and volunteer at a church, or they go somewhere and volunteer in an at-risk program for youth. So that when they come back in to see the judge will be lenient on their sentencing. And that's what she did. I know bullshit because I see women do this all the time.
Wow.
My female clients do this shit all the time. That's how I know it.
Okay.
So when she was laying that shit down, that wasn't impressing me. It wasn't.
So you saying they go ahead and do these old so-called special programs to get leniency once they go into court?
Exactly. That's exactly what it is. They want leniency when they're being sentenced.
Okay.
So they go in there and they present themselves to the judge like they just upstanding citizens that just made a mistake.
Okay.
And then they'll read this hard look. They'll tell this tale of woe to the judge. They'll tell this tale of woe to the judge. And they have an attorney to talk about how virtuous they are. You know, the old whore with the heart of gold.
Yeah.
No, I was just simply unfortunate, Judge, and in the heat of desperation, I made a bad mistake, and I did this. But I'm a good person because I'm involved in these activities. And that gets them a get out of penitentiary, not jail, get out of penitentiary free card.
Okay.
It's a hustle. It's a hustle.
Wow, man.
Now, Mr. Nasheed alleged that she was an agent. I don't know that to be true, and I would never say that.
Right.
I would never say that because, see, you can get people killed doing that. That's called snitch jacketing.
Right.
I don't know that for sure. I'm just saying that this woman, from what I've observed of her behavior and her interviews and the subtle, informal cues and nonverbal cues, that this woman is scandalous. And I don't give a shit about what niggas don't like it on that thread. I've been reading that stupid shit on that. Why she gotta be a bitch? See, that's what I'm talking about. Then there's some nigga up here trying to call this King Johnson nigga trying to call us coons on the slide.
Man, these niggas, man. Third eye ain't open.
Back to my point.
Right. When
I saw her manipulating men, because I heard her say, well, we need some brothers to come down and stand between us and no. When she said, I think she was saying that to Boyce Watkins, or she may have said this in her interview, all this anti-feminine energy I'm sensing. You know, all this and then she jumped off into some shit about the dawn of this age of Aquarius and all of that. But anyway, she was talking about getting some brothers to stand between, you know, the fuckery that women do and the other brothers, you know, that in other words, pushing some brothers up, letting them be the pawns, pushing them up in the front to defend them so that they won't deal with the consequences of their fuckery. That's really what she's second.
Yeah, she want niggas to catch the arrows.
Yeah. She wants some niggas to get up there and check some other niggas, to protect them from, any type of allegations against misconduct.
Right.
That's what she wants. She want to literally set some niggas out in front.
Right.
And I'm like, isn't anybody hearing this? She want to literally set some niggas out in front. So that these niggas will get the squabbling over her honor or lack thereof.
Shit. She looking for white knights, simps, manginas, and captains to jump in front of these arrows. Bitch, nah. It ain't happening. Shit, man. Hey, my whole... Man, I wish these niggas would understand, man. My whole field into pimping, man. I see it with clarity, man. The third eye is open. The matrix is real, boy. I can see this shit coming a mile away. But it's funny, like, whenever that somebody hit her with an allegation, she automatically go into that, black men hate black women mode. She's always
attack on black women and all that shit. We're not talking about black women. We're talking about your scandalous ass.
Right.
We're talking about your conduct. You can't impute your conduct in one situation to the entire plight, of black women. So that was, again, that really showed me that it was some fuckery in the mix.
Yeah, man.
That illustrates to me, and I'm not a pimp. I'm just listening. I've never been a pimp.
Right.
Never been any of that.
Right.
I'm just listening. But I know bullshit when I hear it.
Mm-hmm.
I know game and fuckery when I hear it. And that's game and fuckery.
Classic deflection mode, boy. Like, no, we ain't talking about all black women. We talking about you. Answer the allegations leveled against you. Shit. She want to go into this age of Aquarius and all black men need to stand up to defend all black women and everybody hating black women. I'm like, no, we talking about you. Don't be trying to be slick, nigga. Hey, this shit crazy, man. And bruh, man, the shit that Griff told me, son, I was like, God damn, it is far worse than me and you. Go ahead, man. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, they jumped on Ice Cube when Ice Cube told women, and he said, don't be jumping to the defense of these scandalous ass women.
Right.
And I concur. You don't jump to the defense. And see, that's what get niggas killed.
Yeah.
Shit like that gets niggas killed. When Tommy Sotomayor says you either wind up dead or in jail, this is exactly the process that it happens.
Right.
This is exactly the process. Because to the next nigga she go, because it's going to be another one.
Right.
And I know who it's going to be.
No.
I know exactly who it's going to be.
No, my brother. Not Dr. Moist.
Exactly who it's going to be.
Dr. Moist Twatkins.
That's exactly where she going.
Yo, man. Hey, we need to contact that dude, man, and get him some lessons on the ism, man.
The best thing you could do is leave him alone.
Okay.
Because he's gone. You can forget it. He's gone. You can forget it.
Yo, you see that nigga face, man?
I'm sorry?
You see that nigga face when he had her on the show?
Yeah, I saw he was cheating. I thought that nigga was Chester the Cheetah from the Cheetos commercial. That's how he was, you could literally look at both of them.
Right.
You could literally see her flirting with him.
Yeah, man.
You could literally see the nonverbal communication. And don't give me that it was just cordial. She bullshit. She wasn't being it wasn't being cordial. It wasn't being. And then when he extended the invitation and said she was coming back on the channel, that's how it starts.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's how it starts. The next thing is she gonna show up on them tours.
Right.
That's the next thing. And he gonna find a way. See, he's running to his destruction with his arms wide open.
Man, he ain't got no knowledge of the game at all, man.
Well, no, see, the thing is, he's trying to hide his conduct behind objectivity.
Okay.
He's trying to hide the shit he's doing behind false humility and objectivity. I want to give black women their say, and I want to do this. I'm not a simp just because I listen to what she has to say. I'm not going to be childish and not be friends with her because you're not friends with her.
Right.
You see and nobody's saying that.
Exactly.
People are saying, be careful. He said, well, I haven't observed this conduct, nigga, because you ain't looking.
Sure as fuck ain't.
Your defenses are down. She ain't even got to go shear cloak on him.
Right.
All she doing is smiling. And rest assured now, just like the conversation you had with Griff,
right,
she having a conversation with him.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She telling him, the kind of person that Griff is.
Right.
Or the kind of person that she's alleging that Griff is.
Okay.
She's doing, to him, she's feeling his hate.
Right.
She's portraying herself as the suffering savior.
Mm-hmm.
She's good at that.
Right.
She's good at portraying herself as the suffering savior. So that people go, "Aw, aw." And when you do that, she got you. This is Ginger from Casino.
Shit, man. So what you telling me? You don't think a tiger or a leopard can change its spots, man? Due to the fact that she's had this tumultuous past. You know what I mean? Of being and not just, of course, talking about the whole fraud case, but man, there's other shit in the mix, man, that we kind of know about. So, and I don't know, did I mention that she's in foster care on this podcast? I don't think I basically brought that up.
No.
But yeah, man, me used to do foster care for like 10 years. I know that one of the worst type of females to deal with is a female, especially a pretty female that used to be in foster care, man, because a lot of times what happens with them is they used to being hurt, they used to being used and rejected, right? And, they have this deep disdain for men because a lot of them females that's in foster care do get sexually accosted and molested and abused and shit. And so what a lot of these females will do is they'll develop a defense mechanism of, I have to get you before you get me. You know what I mean? And so they kind of live by that credo, man, even when they get out the foster system and even when they grow up, that's just their modus operandi, man. It's like, I got to get this man before this man gets me. And that also would explain her deep disdain for men because her coming up in that foster care environment, man. Because, yeah, I've seen a lot of females who are abused a lot. But also...
Allow me to ask you this question.
What's up?
Do you have any females that have done work for you that fit that profile?
Oh, hell yeah.
What is their conduct at 40?
They still doing the same shit. 40. They still doing the same shit. They still
using... You want to ask me that question again? About a tiger changing his stripes and a leopard changing his spots?
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's not going to happen.
No.
Nah, it ain't going to happen.
No.
Yeah, they still...
These people that go through that process, a lot of times, I don't care what anybody say,
right,
they are irreparably damaged.
Right.
It's equivalent medically to when someone has been sitting in stage 4 cancer for 2 years.
Right.
They're too far gone. Period.
Right.
Period.
Yeah,
so
man.
Your answer is hell no. She ain't changed her spots.
So she gonna forever be a predator, huh?
That girl, yeah. And she's not just a predator. That girl is a sociopath, which means she is dangerous. She is dangerous. She is dangerous. So, like I said, I know where she's going next. Or I believe I know where she's going. I've seen her target.
Right. Man.
And he was sitting there smiling. He's going to welcome his destruction.
Right.
With open arms.
Think she'll be that bold to go ahead and do that right off the heels of this latest controversy, man? Shit, because you don't do it
that way. You don't just run to them. What you do is you let it build. Right. Anybody that knows anything about the art of seduction, anybody that knows anything about the art of seduction, you don't just collapse like that.
Right.
Cleopatra didn't seduce Mark Antony or Caesar in that way. They create a spectacle.
Right.
And then what you do is you pluck at them little by little. You set up scenarios to where you have interaction with these people, to where it seems like y'all just bumping into each other because y'all are in the same circles.
Right.
But you know that that's your target the entire time.
Okay.
You put yourself in the vicinity of your prey.
Okay.
It's indirect shit. It's real. Women are masters at the game of being indirect.
Mm-hmm.
You see. And he wants to be seduced.
Oh, hell yeah. It's obvious, man.
That's the killing part.
Mm-hmm.
He want to be seduced because that type of woman intuitively understands the psyche of a man like that.
Mm.
He wants to be played. That's the killing part. That's why I told you can't save it. And nobody else should be putting anything on his book. He wants this. So let him have what he wants. Give him what he wants.
Shit.
He wants to be objective. Let him be objective.
Okay.
He want to drink the Kool-Aid. Let him drink the Kool-Aid.
Wow, man. Oh, shit. Oh, yeah. Once again, I got to go ahead and give us props and give us kudos, man. We are officially agents of white supremacy. Yes.
Yeah, that's right. We police agents, right?
These niggas is calling us agents, son.
Yeah.
I love these niggas.
Said if the police stop you
Uh-huh.
or interrupt you victimizing or fucking up another black person, you need your ass whooped.
Right. You's an agent.
Just because I said if the police catch you stealing from someone or beating or robbing someone,
Right.
you need your ass whooped. I'll be an agent today, an agent tomorrow, an agent 20 years from now, and I'll still say the same damn thing. I do not stand. I'm not so blind with racial solidarity that I would ever support a black person stealing or robbing or in any way victimizing anybody, no matter what color they are, but especially their own people.
Right, man. Yeah, these niggas so blind with dumb shit, man. I don't know if you seen that latest post I did, man, but about that gorilla in the zoo. Yeah, man. There was a whole bunch of memes going around because niggas was convinced that the gorilla was killed to save a white boy, a 4-year-old white boy. You know what I mean? I mean, they automatically just made that leap, that conclusion. They didn't even study. They didn't vet the information. They didn't actually look up anything, you know, about the story. They just automatically went with, they killed that gorilla to save the white boy. And it turned out the boy was black. These niggas, man. I'm like, do y'all niggas read? Do you even, you know, and this is the kind of mentality that we dealing with these niggas out here, man. You know, but yeah, that just goes into what you talking about and I'm talking about, man. These niggas, yeah, they slow. They riding the short bus. Their IQ was fucking 71. You know what I mean? And, hey, you know, we can sniff out the bullshit, man, on many levels, man. When you fucking around over here with Mackcity, baby.
And as a drawback of their stupidity,
Right.
they are excessively violent.
Right.
They are, these niggas that are really stupid are excessively violent. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
What they lack in intelligence, they make up in brutality. These people, that's why I say they're dangerous. They will kill you. They will kill you. They're that savage. They will kill you.
Wow, man. Okay, well, check it out. Go ahead. You got anything? Because we're going to wrap it up. Kind of keep it short, man. Going on 30 minutes. So.
Well, you know,
yeah.
I mean, it's really nothing to say. It is what it is. When you write, you write. It is what it is. You see, so for everybody that was so butthurt, you know, you're more hurt over somebody calling that girl a bitch than you are concerned about the allegations. You're a fucking idiot.
Right.
And that goes for everybody that had anything disrespectful to say on that thread. You are a fucking idiot. And to that nigga, no, we're not prison mates. We're not in jail mates. I suspect you will be soon.
He said this conversation happened between two cellmates.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I enjoy reading that shit, son. These niggas, man, they entertain me, kid. I love it.
And to the other nigga, I don't eat watermelon.
Hey, these niggas are sensitive, son. For real, man. But yeah, we're going to close out, basically. I want to give a shout out to Griff, man, for reaching out to me, man, you know, setting some things straight. You know what I mean? It wasn't a lot to get straight because basically he hit me up and said, man, you know, y'all was on point with a lot of y'all assessments and stuff. He gave me a whole lot more information, man. God damn, man. You know, we don't even know the half of this shit. For real, man. But once again, to all the haters and all the doubters, man, we 10 years ahead of the curve as usual. And, history will record that once again, we was right and exact in our assessments, man. So, Fat Mac, Triple XL, coming at you live and direct from Mackcity.com. And we out, and we out, and we out, and we out.
I got a lot of good shit to tell you all this evening.
And the disciples should be classified as idols. When we speak upon a subject, we don't joke or play, it's vital. We get to the point, right to the end of the recital. Controversy, the path of many men. X to begin, the level of introduction. Come alive and direct from Asiatic descent. Take it seriously with my intent. Being a lyrical approach like a coach. Now you know the time while I do this rhyming. The third disciple, I'm on a rampage on stage and I explode like nitro. Giving you all what you've been hoping and looking for. The last Asiatic disciple is like an outlaw. Be watching to initial out the show to let you know that I am Asiatic. The last disciple shooting lyrics like a rifle. Our target is the whole record market. Find yourself a seat, take your butt down and park it. Professional rap specialist, I'm terrorizing MCs as if I was a terrorist. AGS, the Asiatic ghetto soldiers, stand in command, respect me. I told you, don't be alarmed as you breathe your last breath, as you flip the wax from side life to death. Get the green, black, and red in. LAD, the Asiatic disciples, assigned to oppose on stage in case you're frightened. Never let go the black chains, we insist. AGS, the LAD rap terrorists. Some real life shit, nigga.